It was on a rainy evening that Mrs. Akinola gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. Her husband, Mr. Tayo Akinola, could hardly contain his joy when he heard the baby's first cry. At that moment, the child's gender did not matter to him at all. They had longed for a child of their own. 3 years into their marriage, Ayo and Bisi were still without a child. Not because there was any history of barrenness in their families, far from it, but wait a minute. In her single days, Bisi had been a bully, especially to children with special needs or any form of disability. Keep your greetings to yourself, you big head, she would snap. Your child looks like a labubu. Please stop bringing her outside. She once told a mother words that made the poor mother cry and question God. Busy mother often cautioned her, be careful how you speak about children or anyone at all. You are not God and none of us knows what the future holds. But Bisi always laughed it off. A fine girl like me can never give birth to such ugly children, she would mutter. Now, 2 years into marriage, she had not conceived, let alone giving birth to a cockroach. By the third year, she could not take it anymore. She decided to seek answers. First, she went to her mother and then to her friends. Her mother advised her to hold on to God and seek forgiveness. But Bisi felt she had done nothing wrong. Unsatisfied, she continued her search from one prophet and prophetess to another. From one babalawo shrine to the next. Nothing worked. Instead, she was asked to make sacrifices, to bathe naked in rivers after rituals, to do things that left her empty and confused. 7 months passed, nothing, she gave up. For the next 3 months, her monthly cycle continued as usual, yet something felt wrong inside her body. One morning, she decided to visit the doctor to find out what was wrong. The result shocked her. Madam, you are 3 months pregnant. But how is that possible, doctor? Bisi asked, her voice trembling. I have been seeing my monthly cycle for the past 3 months. We have conducted several tests, the doctor replied calmly. All of them came back positive. Bisi was shocked, excited, and worried all at once. When she got home and showed her husband the test results, he was overwhelmed with joy. From that day on, he pampered her like never before, buying her anything she asked for. In April, Bisi delivered a very cute bouncing baby boy. The child was so handsome that some people were almost afraid to touch him. Life has a strange sense of irony. Bisi, who once mocked other people's children, now had the most handsome child in the entire community. Yet, she was afraid. How could a child be so beautiful that she cried whenever she looked at him? They named him Dele. Months passed, and Dele grew faster than his mates. The more he grew, the more handsome he became. His face glowing so brightly, it felt as though you could see your reflection in it. 5 years passed, and Dele was yet to take his first step, let alone walk. Yet he spoke with confidence and authority of a 30-year-old man, trapped in a child's body. It has happened to me, Bisi often whispered to herself. They went from one hospital to another. Test after test was conducted, yet nothing was medically wrong with him. There is no physical condition preventing him from walking, the doctor said. He may walk someday. Give him time and take good care of him. Time passed. By the time Dele turned 8, he still could not walk. He could only crawl. Bisi never bore another child, so all the love of the household was poured into Dele. By then, she was no longer a stay-at-home mother. She worked, but she ensured everything her son needed was always within reach. That was when the real trouble began. Dele would sit outside the compound, hurling insults at anyone who passed, young or old. This was the first time anyone had seen a child with a disability openly mocking others. His words were sharp, filthy, and unfiltered. At an age when children should barely understand vulgar language, Dele spoke words that even adults struggled to repeat. He knew everyone in the neighborhood and called them by name as they walked past, exposing secrets and humiliating them publicly. Complaints poured in, but his parents brushed them aside. They were fighting their own battles and had little strength left for neighborhood drama. Then the helpers started leaving. One after another, they quit without notice. No explanations, no willingness to talk things through. Each time Mr. and Mrs. Akinola returned from work, the house was in chaos. Plates smashed, items scattered. Was Dele truly the reason, or was something else at work? Most days, Dele was the only one at home after everyone left for work and school. No school would accept him anymore. He insulted teachers and pupils alike in every school that tried. Soon, neighbors began to notice strange things. Pot of soup vanished from locked kitchen. Stew, drinks, groceries, gone. Doors were intact, keys untouched. Did you see anyone enter the compound? They would ask Dele. I'm not a watchman, he would reply coldly. Locks were changed, keys were replaced. Still, things disappeared. Some neighbors packed out entirely. No one was spared, not even Mr. and Mrs. Akinola. How can a crippled boy steal from upstairs apartments? People asked. He can't even climb. CCTV cameras were installed. Nothing was seen. Once, a real gang of burglars was caught in the neighborhood, and for a brief moment, everyone relaxed. But 2 months later, the strange disappearance began again, worse than before. Soon, only a few tenants remained in Mr. Tayo's compound. Fear had emptied the area. Then something happened. A popular anointed man of God held a 3-day crusade on a field outside the town. On the final day, he spoke with urgency. There is a crippled boy in this town, he said. He is not what he seems. His parents must take him to the river at noon and leave him there. Whispers spread like wildfire. The description fits Dele perfectly. After days of fear and argument, Mr. and Mrs. Akinola agreed. That Saturday afternoon, under a scorching sun, they took Dele to the river bank. The entire neighborhood followed. Some hid in bushes, some watched from afar. Dele looked around, quiet, alone, then he stood up. Gasps filled the air. He dusted his legs and began to change. His bones cracked, his skin split, his form stretched and coiled. Within moments, the child was gone. A giant python stood where Dele had been. Screams erupted. The creature hissed once, then slid into the river and vanished. Bisi collapsed. She was haunted for months. Years later, Bisi truly repented. She returned to God, not out of fear, but humility. She sought for forgiveness. She made restitution. She changed. 3 years later, she gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. She raised them with love, teaching them kindness, respect, and compassion. Never again did she mock what she did not understand. Because sometimes the past does not forget, it waits. Thank you for listening, my friends. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment.